that's happened recently, and I keep having to recap it all because it's
Yeah.
not being concluded.
Daddy.
We're now streaming.
I feel like I'm helping.
Here we go.
Because of Dick.
After each of you entered Barovia, you spoke with Ismar Kulyanovich and agreed to escort his adopted sister, Irina Kulyana, to the apparent safety of the town of Vallaki. After you arrived at Vallaki, it was promptly swarmed by murderous vampires who intended to attack the church. You repelled these vampires, but in order to get the help you needed, you agreed to let Izek Stranzi, the large and angry guard captain, take Irina. You have now lost track of Izek's location, and Strahd, who is also fixated with Irina, has attacked and cursed Hogan for losing track of Irina's location.
Wait, I didn't realise that was his ex.
His ex it is not, but he is fixated with her.
Wait, what?
Where did you get the impression that someone was someone else's ex?
Because you literally just said.
Could you repeat the sentence?
You said so-and-so's ex who is fixated on her.
I said Strahd, who is also fixated with
Yeah,
Irina,
afterwards.
attacked and cursed Hogan for losing track of Irina's location.
Yeah, but before that you said so Irina's ex.
That's the whole sentence.
No, but the sentence before that, you nummy.
Okay, I'll read the 3 sentences together. You repelled the vampires, but in order to get the help you needed, you agreed to let Izek Stranzi, the large and angry guard captain, take Irina. You have now lost track of his ex. Oh, it's not his ex, it's Izek. Just for that, his name is now Isaac.
Isaac.
You have now lost track of Isaac's location.
He sucks what?
Strahd, who is also fixated with Irina, attacked and cursed Hogan for losing track of Irina's location. With that curse, he threatened all of you, giving you 1 week, now 5 nights, to find her again.
Did he?
Before he punishes you a second time.
I don't remember this.
I remember that part.
Does this include Yonorin?
No, he was not there when the warning was received. However, his party was given the job, and so with Strahd being Strahd, you can presume the punishment would extend.
And Callisto has actually agreed to the agreement, so I guess she thinks she's safe.
Um,
I love chicken.
To explain when that was said, Hogan had just had the curse placed on him, and Strahd said, "You will find her again. You have 1 week," and then walked back into the fog.
Shit, I didn't remember.
I ain't got no tree fiddy.
Where was this?
This was
It
when
was-
you were up
yeah,
the hole that you cast
yeah,
with the little
yeah.
dangly rope thing,
With all the fog and everything.
just before you entered the Wizard of Wines winery.
Wizards? Oh yeah, we did.
What is the nature of Hogan's curse?
You don't know the details of it, but the way he explains it is it takes him much longer to get health back.
So he's a tired boy.
Consistently.
That's
After
gonna
communicating with the owner of Valaki's Blue Water Inn, you agreed to go to the Wizard of Wines winery and acquire their delivery of wine. That is the worst sentence I have ever written.
Yes.
As a reward, you were promised information regarding an item which you have been seeking. You went there and cleared the winery of blights and druids which had overrun it. Davian and his eldest son Adrian then asked you to stop a second attack from occurring by going to the top of Yester Hill and stopping the druids that dwelled there. You did so, and found a magic gem hidden within the heart of the giant wooden statue. This gem was clearly one of the 3 magic gems Davian had told you of. You now turn your attention to the sickly cluster of dead trees and shrubs slightly further south,
Oh yeah.
which defensively surround one huge and misshapen tree.
Gonna blow
From
it up.
this twisted trunk, there is blood oozing like sap, and at the source of this wound, you can see a shiny battle axe, beneath which lies a human skeleton. Skulking around the tree are 6 gangly humanoid creatures, their backs coated in needles. You know these creatures to be needle blights. It was there that we left the session, and it is from
Yes.
there that we shall continue.
Yeah, boy.
Are we in turn order?
You are not currently in turn order. Nobody initiated any sort of fight.
Ah,
I am moving you over now.
let's see. How far away were they?
I can't see.
Well,
Oh yeah, I can see. What's that fucking icon picture?
it's a really cute monster.
I've started using symbols instead of doing a different picture for every single monster.
Well, if we're gonna go to the tree, let's fire fireball at it.
I was going to try
Where are
and
you
scare him off,
firing fireball?
but sure.
I'm firing fireball, right there.
They want, to clarify for Callista's sake, they want to get the axe, basically.
Yeah, there.
There?
I'm just eating chicken.
I
Oh,
know-
fuck, it went
Wait,
like
do you
this.
have set the small grid on?
I have set the small grid.
Okay. Well, on that square.
The center square?
Not on directly on the tree, on to the left of the tree here, so it doesn't get completely well. Yeah, that's square. Or
Okay.
how tall is the tree?
The tree extends for quite a height.
All right, then
I'd
yeah,
say about 40, 50 feet, maybe 60.
Oh,
yeah,
fuck,
then-
that's a tall
then
boy.
there. That should hopefully catch all of them. Like it.
Okay.
That's like 8 me standing on each other.
8 me.
Like totem pole Ben.
I'm gonna
If you would
quickly wash
kindly
my
give me a
hands.
moment.
So greasy and chicken like.
I kind of want to see a totem pole of Ben now. Ben, please duplicate yourself and do a totem pole. Just friendly request.
The spark flies from your fingers, and from around the tree, you see an explosion of small twigs and plants. Can you roll damage there? Oh, okay, you've done it.
Are we rolling initiative?
Not until the end of this. I'm just going to calculate the damage in case he kills everything all at once.
Oh wow, okay, never mind.
This one doesn't have a health, so I just need to copy paste it real quick. There we go.
Copy and paste. I love it when you copy and paste it.
You're such a
Copy-paste me.
fucking hoe.
I pasted. Dead.
Yeah.
No, that I said dead.
Oh.
Not dead.
Alive.
I am your father, Leighton.
Dead.
I didn't buy enough chocolate.
Dead. Dead.
I like
You know,
fireball.
If I didn't have diabetes,
Dead.
I'm pretty sure D&D would have given me diabetes. From the amount of shit I eat during this session.
Or alcohol poisoning.
Actually, thank you. I'm drinking Pepsi Max tonight.
Or the first D&D session you're drinking something else then. I'm sorry, Ben.
Probably the first D&D session I have not consumed alcohol during.
Speaking of which, after a particularly long day,
I just hear his voice fade out.
Yeah, he's grabbing beer or something.
are you ready?
Yes. Initiative.
Eh,
No, I want Bailey's. Good damn it.
I
So you
have
could
a
hear me cracking
nice
open the beer.
glass of red wine.
what are you, gay?
Yes. Daddy.
Feed me, daddy.
Okay. As there is an explosion of fire from the center of this radius, all of the needle blights, excluding the one, which I don't know if I accidentally clicked or not. I did. Are obliterated. Their bodies scattered across the hillside away from you.
I do quite like this spell.
Due to the distance, I'm gonna say this is a surprise round to a degree where anyone with a ranged attack can take their turn.
Right.
Oh, okay, so just gonna like try and spook them.
Do we roll initiative to see who's acting, or?
No,
Right.
you've already taken your action.
Yep.
So
Callisto
anybody else
will
got a
sta-
ranged attack?
Callisto, I was gonna use range attack to do something else.
Ranged attack specifically.
Okay.
Arga.
Yeah, but I won't do much.
You don't want to use a ranged attack on the very badly injured enemy.
Wait.
Why are you gonna hurt him like that?
Yeah, I have this cantrip. I always forget. Yeah, I'll try. Yeah.
Okay.
So do I just roll? the
Yeah,
thing?
feel free to roll.
Is it?
Oh, it's 10
10
feet,
is
you-
Too far. Oh no, that's too far.
Okay. In that case, I'm
I
gonna
think-
need people to roll initiative.
I think Hogan has javelins. If he's a barbarian, he should have either a javelin or hand axes.
Okay, let me check his sheet. I don't know where he keeps his sheet. I think he uses D&D Beyond.
Oh shit! No, I have this. It's new spell.
New spell. Ooh,
Ooh, shiny. Nice knife.
we don't get many of those.
So
Oh, you're going for that blight as well, aren't you?
huh? Yeah.
So you need to roll me 2d6 and tell me your dexterity save.
What? I'm sorry. What?
Roll me 2d6 and tell me your spell save DC. And you need to roll me an attack roll.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck him.
My DC is 14. 14.
14?
And an attack roll. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so the needle blight actually dives to the side, just about avoiding the distance of the explosion, and with your aim, you unfortunately miss. However, as the ice knife explodes, you do see a ridiculous amount of movement from the bush just next to it, which rides around like crazy and then drops dead.
Doesn't
Just
Jennerin
checking
have a
Hogan's
ranged
sheet,
attack?
His attacks now. Yennerin does, but it's 30 feet, and I'm not
Ah.
allowing movement for this.
Oh snap.
Okay. Isn't that 30 feet though?
Oh, it is. Ben, you can attack with an action if you wish.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna throw a lightning bolt.
I think you actually get 2 attacks, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
Feel free to use those.
I'm gonna blow his head off.
Gonna blow his mind. Mind blow.
If you kill it with the first attack, I'll give you an extra opportunity for something else as well.
Nice.
Crit.
Skidoo!
Crit. Oh.
Skidoo!
16 hits.
Skidoo!
And 4 kills it.
You rolled the 1 on the dab.
Poses while like flexing his arms. It's like, that's how you kill monsters.
The best bit of this is another creature appears as it starts shambling forwards, but it can only move 10 feet, and by the time it's there, Hogan has already thrown a spear. I'm pretty sure he's gonna hit. What's your attack bonus, Hogan? Well, there we go. It's a 6.
Did Hogan answer?
A
What?
17. What's the damage, Hogan?
He doesn't know. It's a D6.
6 plus 3. I nearly typed in 56 plus 3.
Yes,
66.
66 plus 3. Nice.
Well, that definitely kills it. It's only had 1 HP, Hogan. Yeah.
Can I try? Oh wait, are we still fighting?
No.
Can I try to see if I see something else around the tree?
Roll me a perception.
Yeah,
Roll me a nature. And
Yeah.
roll me an investigation.
Alright, I have disadvantage on the perception, right? Dim light?
You do at this distance.
Yeah, and dim
Why
light.
would you request a disadvantage?
I didn't request, I was asking for clarification.
Because he doesn't cheat, Ben.
Yeah, but if you didn't
Investigation.
ask for it, you wouldn't have thought of it.
That's because I can't see from his perspective.
Yeah. Like, he can't see that I only see to hear from his perspective. He sees the whole map. 6
Yeah,
on the
exactly.
perception.
You're not
22
just
on
playing
the...
the game. You're playing
Ben,
like-
Ben, you're like, why don't you just cheat, goddammit? And he's like, I enjoy the immersion. And you're like, yeah, but you could fucking cheat.
Yeah, you pussy.
My investigation is skyrocketing, but my nature hit was a 7.
With your investigation, you've noticed that the area around the tree looks like a bomb crater. And anything that was alive there now isn't.
Ah.
Your nature check says you have never seen a tree like this before, ever.
Um,
And your perception says you could see a lot, but now the fire's gone out, you can barely see shit.
Mid, what is wrong with that tree?
It's got a penis.
Except the scorch marks.
yeah,
If anyone wants to get within 10 feet of the tree, they can roll nature.
yeah, I was,
I don't
was
want to
But
get
I will only allow one person to roll with advantage.
I may go to next.
Ben, what did you say there?
Huh?
10 feet.
You're barely
Better
coming
me.
through, mate. Is your mic a bit far from your mouth?
It is actually. I moved it so I could eat chicken.
10!
What did you say?
Oh my god! Can you not hear me?
No, there I heard you. I didn't hear what
Yeah.
you said earlier because the mic was so far from your mouth.
I said I moved it away so I could eat chicken.
Yeah, the bit before that.
I moved it away so I could eat chicken.
No, before
bit-
you said that!
Before you said that, what did you say?
Oh,
Baka!
oh, fuck off, you weirdo.
Are you sure you haven't been drinking beer?
Yes, I'm very sure.
Are you sure you shouldn't
Right.
be?
I said I do not want to move within 10 feet.
Okay. Mid, since you have, and there are other people close enough to see the tree as well, you can
Yeah.
talk to them for a bit, bounce back and forth ideas. Feel free to roll a nature.
Yeah, so Corin asked me, so I'll try to see
You
from
have
here.
advantage for this.
Nice.
21. You're very lucky.
The DC was 21.
Trees don't bleed. That is not a natural tree. And since all of the blights were around it, and you can see half grown blights in the dirt around it where they've been blown apart, this is probably where a lot of them have come from.
I feel like if we take the axe out the tree, it's gonna go boo boo boo, fuck you.
Can we make Hogan rage and pull out the axe?
Yes, you can order Hogan to do whatever you like as long as it doesn't, as long as it's not a detriment to him.
Alright, I'm gonna
He
cast
also has an
Yeah.
inspiration.
Hogan,
pro-
get mad.
Protection from Evil and Good on Hogan and tell him to be angry and pull out the axe.
Protection from evil and good is a green symbol because green for good.
Good!
He runs forwards, his axe on his back, grabs a hold of the axe with both hands, and heaves.
He got angry first, right?
Of course, he's
Good.
totally raging. I pressed rage. That's the thing that I did.
Stop trying to cheat us, Leighton. Immerse yourself.
That sounded so dirty. Leighton, you have to immerse yourself in the fantasy. It gives you
The axe
more
comes free.
pleasure. Oh, nice. Anything
The
happens
tree does
with...
not move, but blood does pour forth from the wound, slowly seeping out the tree.
Should we cut it down?
Chop it again, Hogan. Wait, hang on. I'll roleplay. That tree's not holy. Swing at it again.
Do you think I should?
Yes.
Okay.
It doesn't.
I
look
don't know why
good.
I'm Arnie now. Yeah!
Yeah!
Put
Yeah,
the
this-
axe down.
He swings at the tree again.
He's gonna do it with the weapon mastery.
And again. And again. Although it's making holes, the red ooze, the blood that's pouring out of this tree, is so thick that it's like a it's leaking bark, and it's actually slowing down the axe too much that once he hits the bark, it leaks out and he can't hit the same patch again.
Hit somewhere else, you dummy.
Nothing I'm doing is working. I really can't do Hogan's voice. It is Arnie now.
Nothing is working.
Nothing I do is working. Fuck this stupid tree. Kicks it.
Can you not chop it somewhere else?
At this point, he's walked around the trunk. There is a line where it's been leaking blood, but he can't actually make any indentation.
Can I try to set the leaking stuff on fire?
If you want to roll an attack for it, or maybe hold a torch to it, you need to describe.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna walk up and hold a torch to the blood.
You see it darken, and darken further, and eventually embers start in it. You can tell that it's damaging the blood, and it is shriveling and shrinking, but the fire is particularly small.
Can I come and try and throw a lightning bolt at it?
Yeah, sure. What part of it are you aiming for?
Like the trunk, but a little bit higher up. Like
Okay,
above
roll me an attack and damage. You
I'll
have
say
advantage, obviously, because it's stationary, and if you hit, you crit.
10 foot up.
15?
Did I hit a stationary tree?
With a 15, yeah.
Oh boy!
And do you want to go for damage? You can hit damage twice, because if you hit, you crit, because it can't move.
Ooh!
Could
Hit that holy light on your body, baby.
I tell if it's magical or not in some
Can
way?
you still like to mock the tree?
Mid has already told you this is definitely fucking magical.
Yeah, this is
Ah.
this. You see,
Mystery
Would I think that I could dispel the tree?
oh,
I mock it.
You'd need a pretty powerful spell to dispel a tree that old.
Dispel magic and a really good roll.
It would need to be a really good roll.
I'm gonna try.
Okay. Yennerin, you fire this blast of radiant energy, and it arcs upwards, hits the side of the tree, and blows off a large chunk of bark and scorches just underneath it, so no blood can come out where the burns are.
Serrate that shit.
Quick.
It looks like it can't repair itself due to the
Divinity
nature of
my
the damage you
actions.
dealt.
quick
What was that?
Hogan, hit the scorching bar.
Am I the one that's imagining the scene from Family Guy when they're shooting the birds of words CD?
I didn't
Fuck.
watch Family Guy.
I mock
no.
the tree.
It's too high! He jumps and swings and can't reach.
Oh,
After seeing the tree react, the holy force that is Unorin, he's gonna throw another lightning bolt at it.
Callisto, you're
Maybe.
popping out spells there and not saying anything.
Cannot be heard.
You're just a little quiet.
Oh,
What did
my
you
voice
say?
far away. How does that better?
A bit.
Okay, I was eating. Yeah, I mock this tree.
Wow.
The tree gives no reaction.
Oh.
Though you're sure that if it does have feelings, they are hurt.
Can I throw a lightning bolt at the gash where the axe was?
Unfortunately, like I've explained, that the gash is more growing outwards than denting inwards, because each time there's a gash, the blood pours out and it's thick and cannot be indented. It's
Okay.
like trying to hit through bouncy castle.
Okay, I'm gonna throw another lightning bolt at the same spot I threw it previously.
Okay. With each lightning bolt that hits, you can see that it is getting more and more scorched, more and more indented. But this is a big fucking tree. These are very comparatively small indentations. Do you want to roll the damage on that though?
Layton, I wanna try to dispel it.
Okay, go ahead with your dispel magic roll.
I'm gonna use inspiration.
Okay.
Come on! Ah! Well, I didn't really think it would work, but still.
A 19 is too low, I'm afraid.
I'm gonna take a step back and watch the show as Yennerin is throwing air punches at the tree.
Um, do.
I do have a question. If I cast Witch Bolt, could I continue just dealing damage over time?
Oh, wait,
I believe
I
Witch
have
Bolt
this.
only lasts for 1 minute.
Can I,
It
well,
lasts for 1 minute, yes.
sing,
So that 10d12 over time.
I always forgot the spells that I have. So mid saying that, the scorch from Yenorin's bolt actually does something to the tree. He thinks that a huge flaming sphere would be useful to just burn the fuck down with this tree.
Okay.
What are you casting at the tree? Oh, it's for Flaming Sphere, okay.
That
So
okay, you get inspiration for that. That's a very good use of the spell.
Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah, that is a very good use for the spell. So you can just keep rolling it into it, and then it ends its turn in it. That is brilliant.
I'll just put it.
How long does it
just
last?
Over. Wait,
I think that's an unlimited time.
Is it?
I think
Forever.
it's concentration, but wait, I
I'm
don't
gonna have to
the
check online because I don't know if that's filled in properly.
everything.
I'm checking right now.
Concentration up to 1 minute.
Up to
So
1
the
minute.
max damage you could deal would be critting on the that it's all dex saves, so you can't crit. But you could do 2d6 when you hit it, and then 2d6 when it ends its turn.
20
10
d6.
times. So that would be
Oh wait, 40.
40 d6.
Damn.
I will openly roll the damage for you, or you can roll it if you'd rather.
Oh, okay.
Feel free to roll it yourself. Yeah, it's 40 d6. You
But it was like
bore.
average damage as well.
You set this ball against the side of the tree and just keep rolling it into the tree, ripping off bark, ripping off walls, ripping through the center until it
Amortization.
buries itself real deep inside, and then a minute has passed. The spell's ended. The tree is extremely damaged. It can't seal up the wound with blood at any sort of rate that will actually repair it, but it is still standing. Yennerin,
Hello.
I presume you've been hammering it with attacks these whole time?
Yeah.
I'm going to presume your attacks hit because you have advantage on each of them. So, can you just pop one into the chat?
What? One of my attacks?
Yep.
Skidoo.
And then roll me damage, I'm going to say 10 times.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a whole lot of damage. Let's see if we can do
63.
more.
That burns through the last bit. So as the ball is boring through one side and your attacks are slamming into the other, finally, the tree starts falling under its own weight.
You sounded like Kingler from Pokemon there.
And it topples. The tree slams down into the dirt.
Ha, take that, you tree.
Mid.
Huh?
I'm giving you specifically one chance on this.
Yes.
Roll me a nature.
Come on.
Is it?
Because of who you are, because of how many blights you've seen thus far,
Mm-hmm.
and because you know of the nature magic and how it works,
Mm-hmm.
the magic you draw from nature, you draw from its roots.
Mm-hmm.
That is the best clue I'm going to give you.
What do you mean? So, can I, like, I don't know, check, like, maybe touch, like, whatever, like, what remains of the tree, like, maybe the center of it, of the trunk that's there, maybe, you know,
Sure.
just try to...
You reach forwards, and when your hand is placed upon it, you immediately take 8 necrotic damage and lose a 3rd level spell slot.
Damn.
Oh, shit.
It's pulsing with life, and it drains life out of you when you touch it.
Wait, how many did you say?
1 3rd level spell slot is spent,
Yeah.
as though you used it.
Okay. Okay.
Mate, what happened?
And
I said it.
I'm sorry.
Mid,
Uh,
what
Corin said,
happened?
yeah,
what
Corin
did-
said, mid, what happened?
So, what did you describe? Can you say what you said again?
When you placed your hand on it,
Mm-hmm.
you could feel like there was a heartbeat inside of it. And as that beat throbbed, it took
Mhm.
life and magic
wanna die.
out of you.
Okay. Can may I may it just the tree it drained me from energy. Maybe it is doing it to all the surrounding from I don't know. I touched it and it strained me.
It's still alive.
Uh, maybe
Right, I'm
it
gonna
pulses. It's like it's beating.
walk up and I'm gonna cast. Yeah, let's do Dragon's Breath on Hogan. He's always had fun with it. Touching Hogan, he has now Fire Breath. Yes,
He bores this fire over it. It's pouring over and around, and it's curling underneath it, and the entire surface looks scorched. Before long, it looks like natural fire has occurred here, and this is the only remains left.
you think it's dead, Mid?
Oh shit. I have no idea. I sensed something. I sensed a beating. It
That was before
maybe
we
we can
started
try to.
scorching.
I'm sorry.
That was before Hogan scorched it. How about now?
What do you mean it was before?
I
You
cast
just
Dragon's.
scorched it.
Yeah,
You
I
felt
cast.
the pulsing before
Uh-huh.
Hogan scorched it.
Oh, I didn't hear. Okay. Can I touch it again?
Sure. You rest your hand upon the center of the trunk. Well, the stump now. You
it.
immediately lose 6 HP and a 3rd level spell slot.
Oh, again. And did I feel the same thing? Like,
You did. Exactly the same thing.
Okay. It still tries to drain energy from. I think I have some sort of idea of maybe removing it from Earth, like so it stops. You know, like trees. trying to how do you call it when you
You want
remove...
to uproot the tree.
Yeah, that was the that
Isn't
might be
there-
some that might yeah
The
isn't
the roots might go far.
uh
If we cut the roots away from the
Yeah.
tree, then they've got nothing to go back to.
yeah, so maybe we can like target like some little by little the roots that we can reach, and maybe
Hogan
like
pulls out a shovel.
In the meantime, I like to just use this ability. Just in
counter
case.
tr-
Just
On
play
what?
this.
Sorry.
That's all
If they
good.
want to take the roots off, can't you?
Sorry, Ben. Wait a sec. Michael, you want a what? What with what?
Just like playing a little subtle tune in the background, just in case any charms or fears show up, then just that. Anyway, carry on.
I'm gonna say right now, just so you know for future, you have to see someone casting a spell in order to counter charm it.
Oh really? It's as an action.
I know.
Yeah, but
Is
you
it,
have
this
to
is the kind
see
of thing that gives
someone.
me all my allies from 30 feet of me get advantage on that while I'm playing this.
Wait,
Sorry.
It is action, not reaction.
what animal?
Oh, so it's
Wait,
not
yeah.
counter spell. Sorry, I just assumed it was.
Wait,
As
what
an action,
animal?
I can do a performance that lasts until the end of my turn. While it lasts, any friend in earshot and 30 feet has advantage on saves. That's cool. Yeah, sure. That is your continued action. That's a very good idea. I'm going to give you inspiration for that.
Oh, thank you.
In lots
Mason,
of situations, that would really help.
can I cast
So-
magic weapon on the shovel?
Can I? Can
Yes,
I
you
turn
absolutely
into,
can.
like-
You get inspiration for that.
I
and,
do that.
and can I turn into like some sort of boar, like
Yeah,
you
you
know
absolutely have seen boars.
yeah,
Sure.
because aren't like boars and pigs good at digging things?
Yeah, absolutely. And
Don't you
definitely
mean turn
pushing.
into a
And once
giant boar?
Hogan's got it lifted, if you push, that's a bonus.
Yeah.
So,
So-
Yennarin?
Can't I just throw lightning bolts at the roots?
That's basically what I was going to say. As Hogan's trying to lift this out the ground, he's going to be constantly harassing you to shoot your lightning bolts at everything that's attaching it.
Yanoran conforms to his requests.
Sooner or later, this goes through. I'm not going to need any rolls for it because you
Yeah.
guys could just repeat the rolls. There's no way this will fail. Especially with all the different assistants you guys have got set up. And sooner or later, you do remove the tree trunk. Once you have done so, there is a noticeable shift in the air.
Hmm.
It is now nighttime, but the fog that is around the hilltop disperses.
Huh.
Were it not nighttime, you would be able to see a lot more. However, now your radius returns to what it should normally be with your dark vision.
Nice. 0.
Okay.
For those of you who have dark vision, I have now returned it to all of you.
Oh, nice.
Yay.
Oh wow, this really was this might be like the druids' source of energy, like no doubt. Maybe this is where
No doubt, maybe.
Well,
maybe
I don't know
no
about
doubt.
you, but I need a rest. Should we go back to the house?
That's a very good idea.
I'm all up for that.
The
Hogan,
journey back
I hope
to
you like the
the
Nikes.
It's not as big as mine, but it did seem to make the tree cut.
I think you mean cut the tree, but
Yes.
How does he do it? He goes, Hogan Arrodash.
yeah. Hogan arrow dash.
I am a Swedish orc warrior.
No, he doesn't do that.
Okay.
That
Eventually,
is-
after a shortish, it's about an hour's journey
Yeah.
back to the Wizard of Wines. Eventually, you do arrive there.
Hello.
The door opens after a very short interval, and Davian greets you, the elderly gentleman who owns the Wizard of Wine's winery.
I hand
Fucking
him.
hate that name.
Wizards of Wine, the winery. Yeah, I hate that name as well now. I hand him the gem.
You found it. This is marvelous news.
And we kill the tree.
Hey.
Yeah, it seems that atop of the hill there was the source of their powers, where they summoned all the blights that.
Ah. Well, this is
Look.
very good news.
Look at the sky. Don't you notice something?
Wait, who are you pointing to?
It's weird that you said that, actually, considering what I was about to say next.
Huh?
As you look off to the distance, where the hilltop is now visible, you can see a very faint light.
Oh,
Orin
no.
and Kalista, you can make out more than most of the other characters.
How many passive
Atop that
forces?
hill, standing next to the light, is Strahd looking up into the sky.
Oh,
Everyone walk inside.
He's not looking at you. And as your eyes adjust, you can see what he is looking at.
His dead tree.
In the sky before him, continuing on, it looks to be a city.
what?
What?
A city that's built upon the landscape.
What?
Wait, what?
After a time, a cloud passes before the moon. And as it does so, the vision fades.
See,
You see him climb back upon the horse, with a flaming mane and a flaming tail. And as it leaps from the hilltop, it vanishes.
What a bloody nightmare.
literally.
Well, that was weird.
Wait, what? So confused.
Yeah, I'm
know,
confused.
it's
Where
fucky.
was the city? Like on.
It was tall buildings built over the landscape along the hillside that you could see.
Okay.
I'm gonna get more chicken.
Okay, doke.
No, you're not. You
Please
can't
do
go
not
back
get
to
in your car and
KFC.
drive to KFC again.
Yeah.
Ben?
He's already gone.
Oh no!
I can hear the car.
Damn it! He should have been drinking.
I just hit. Damn, he's here! You just hear a few slams. Where's the fucking chicken?
Leighton, come on, we're gonna go. I gotta go to KFC.
Ben! No! Ben!
You get
I love
inspiration.
playing with my little audio mixer wheel.
Ben! Well then.
Ben!
Ben, bunny, 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 bun. Ben, bunny, bean, bun.
Ben bag.
Ben bag. Ba, ba, da, bang, bang.
Chicken boy's back.
Imagine you're at a party, there are no more seats. You want to sit on something soft and enveloping. What do you pull out? The Ben bag, the all new product. It likes to boast about its mechanical skill and eat chicken. Also, you can sit on it and it's fucking lush.
Am I getting roasted while I'm away?
Yes.
No, I was just I tried to say beanbag and accidentally said Ben and that was it.
All I care about is can you dip your tools in it for a nice clean grip?
I'm sure it's got somewhere to deposit them.
Okay, good. Nice.
You sounded so happy with like a wholesome grin. Okay. As before, the Martikov family sees to your needs. They make sure you're fed,
Yeah, boy.
watered, and anything else that you'll need during your rest.
Do they feed us chicken?
Of course they feed you chicken.
Anything? we need?
Unfortunately, this is Barovia. The food here tastes shit.
But the wine is amazing.
Hey.
And wine you have.
Yay.
Yay, chicken. Yay, wine.
After a long rest. Is it a long rest you're having or a short one?
Yeah, a long rest.
Yeah, long.
I'm gonna take a nap.
The issue therein lies with you had a long rest, then you left the house again, then you went back
Oh.
to the house.
Oh yeah.
Okay, then it would be.
Oh, he's got to sleep.
If you did that, it would be nighttime and you'd have to consume another day, which I have
Yeah.
no objection with. I'm absolutely happy for you to spend a full day resting. That's a normal thing for people to do.
Yeah.
But we're gonna die.
My only reason for alerting you about that is that you had 5 nights left, and that would make it
Yeah.
4 nights left.
I think it's okay if you
Um,
we only do a quick.
At least it's fair to take.
Wait,
some
didn't
off
we have a
rest.
short rest before?
No,
No, you had a
we
long
stayed a whole day.
Okay. Then
Wait, is it still meant to be D8? D6, I mean.
Yeah, Song of Rest does not get higher as you level up, I don't believe. But if you want to check the player's handbook, then feel free.
Yeah, I'm checking it now.
If you want to lick the player's handbook, also feel free.
Lol.
how long was the journey back to the city where we lost Arena?
It is, if you leave at 6 a.m., you will arrive at about 9 p.m.
Oh,
Uh,
we
So if
might
we
need to
have-
get
Oh,
moving,
wait.
lads.
wait, we had
Oh,
a
it doesn't
cart.
freeze.
Can't one of us rest in the cart? Or can't
This,
the...
You
this
can-
does actually increase level, by the way, but it's not yet. It's at 9th level.
Okay. You can definitely rest in the cart, but I will only allow short rests unless it's stationary.
Okay.
Now, who's
You
getting?
can
Who's
patch yourself
resting?
up while the cart. No, this is just hypothetical.
Yeah.
But let's say you took the wagon delivery. One person could totally sit in the cart and patch themselves up. They could not sit in the cart and have a nap.
Okay.
Yonoran's happy to drive the cart because he's uninjured and he's still got full key points.
Okay.
So what are you doing? Are you waiting until the next day and then traveling, or are you traveling today, even though you've lost a few hours of morning?
Oh, I thought it was still nighttime.
No. Oh wait. Yes.
That's why I'm wondering, because I don't think we had a full long rest. I had used an arcane recovery. That's why I was...
I totally get you now.
Homeboy.
Because before it had been daytime. Okay, I got you.
Oh,
Okay, a long rest it is, and then it would be the next day.
Well, I think we should still get going.
Yeah,
You
we're
wanna
gonna
get going at
going.
night with those things on the road.
No.
Oh no. Fuck off.
No.
I was
Not
just
the-
thinking, like, better to get positive here.
Not that...
You mean Kingler from Pokemon?
No.
Seriously, everyone, YouTube Kingler noise from Pokemon, and it sounds like it goes.
I will play it through the microphone for everyone.
Oh, that's nice.
You-
I don't really remember Kinga's quite that well. I remember
How's it
Krabby's
spelled?
one.
I used to make the noise as a kid a lot, so.
Oh, cool.
It's like really quickly auto-corrected. Okay, here's the sound. What the
Ah.
fuck is this?
Dive in and harden!
This is not what it's titled. There we go.
Yeah, but there it is.
Why is that the 8-bit sound? No! Just
Yes.
why is there no?
Actually, now that I think about it, that kind of sounds like
Yeah, Ash
Yuzu's
did
Spy.
it. Krabby did a great job.
Yeah, okay, so Kingler goes cookie cookie cookie. Krabby goes cookie cookie.
Got the perfect warlock, her weapons and
Here's the Krabby Pokemon noise.
What?
It's so quiet. Yeah, it's a really subtle.
Cookie, cookie. Yeah, cookie.
Cookie.
Cocaine, cocaine.
Let's do some cooking.
Daytime we start to travel. Woo!
Yeah. So you guys need to wake up real early to get stuff ready.
Yeah.
When you do so, the kids are already firing around the house, perpetually switching between being crows and being children in order to fly at high speeds towards a ramp, slide down it, that sort of thing. They are really over the top kids.
Can you imagine if they like turned into a crow, flew up to someone, turned human, punched them, and then flew off again?
Yeah, well, also the energy would be higher as well if they switch just right. If, like, fly up, punch in the air, and then turn back into crow. Raven. Or...
Hit and run, baby.
But annoyed as you are, Kalista, you know whose home this is, and you leave them to it.
Don't be a bitch, Kalista.
Before you know it, you're on your way.
Yeah.
However, this time,
We got wine.
there are crows following the trees with you. Quite a plentiful amount of them. Ravens, even.
Well, same thing, ain't they?
Ravens are significantly larger.
Oh,
Yes.
fuck. Off to Google
Um,
Ben goes.
Not by like a meter or something, nothing like that, but like by a solid like 3-4 inches. And so your journey back towards Valaki begins.
Lackey be lackeying in.
Now, since you've done
Why?
really well, I'm gonna say, Corin,
Yes.
Mouse.
roll me a d8. Mid,
Yes.
roll me a d8.
Not 8. Fuck. No! Damn it.
Oh,
Well, whichever number was the bad number, you definitely got it.
Well, yes.
No.
Dun 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 dun.
Can you both please roll me a d12?
Why does that sound like the Globetrotter tune?
I almost just. It
It
was the 3. 3.
Welcome to the NBA.
Let's get ready to rumble.
yes.
I don't think you heard me. Can you please roll a d12?
Oh, another roll.
Another one.
Another one.
Another 1.
We the best D&D.
That is not a 1. That is a 12.
They turn. DJ.
And he opens another beer.
I'm gonna need it for this.
Have you already drinking up the first one?
Yeah. What kind of pussy doesn't drink that fast?
One that enjoys one's drink.
Nah,
I enjoy
you-
my drink the moment it's in me.
You're drinking it wrong, mate.
You're drinking it wrong. You drank it, and then you drank it more.
Your fun is wrong. How fucked are we? Are we? Looking up stats for the monster.
Do you know what? Just because of how stupidly easy and small this encounter is, I am straight up just gonna say you succeed and skip it, but I will describe it to you.
Alright.
Yonoran licks it.
You
No.
ready for epic music.
Yes.
Ready.
Epic story. Yes, please.
As you're riding along in your wagon, you see a rustling coming from the direction of Yester Hill. running down the hill before you. One sec.
We're waiting in this height.
Running down the hill before you, there is a man. His face scarred, his body covered in dirt, and in his hands is one large battle axe. And he's sprinting towards the camp.
Tuvala!
His pace keeps getting faster and faster, and as the cart notices him, you each come to a halt and turn to face him.
Is he hostile?
He is very clearly hostile, and the moment he enters
I'll just launch a bomb
approximately
at him.
60 feet, he starts shouting. And he charges you. He jumps into the air, pulling back his weapon far too early. And at a 30-foot distance, Yennerin, with a swipe of his hand, launches forth a ball of power, colliding with his leg, causing him to topple, land on his stomach, face in the mud. But he climbs back to his feet, a fire in his eyes, and he rushes forwards.
Go for another one.
Does he look sane?
I was going to go through person by person, if that's okay. A javelin arcs through the air and collides with his stomach. He drops to one knee. He grits his teeth, roars as he snaps the javelin and throws it aside. He stands right. The last 20 feet still to cover, and he charges. Mid,
Yes.
you have the opportunity to use an attack. Are you going to use something?
Yes.
What are you going to use? I don't know what sort of attacks you've got.
Wait, how far is he?
He's about 15 feet away, Mid.
But... Can I
Ice
try
knife.
to hit him?
A small dagger of ice flies through the air. As he pulls back his weapon, ready to attack the back of the cart, into his ribs buries itself a piece of ice that then shatters and blows one of his ribs clean from his chest.
Huh.
But he keeps moving.
What?
I'd be savage.
You what?
I'd be savage.
You be savage.
Yeah,
Savage
mocking
mockery.
viciously.
Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to say that you jump down and start wildly attacking like a berserker. Vicious mockery?
Yeah.
He staggers.
Your mum got the big gay.
His eyes glaze over. He barely takes a step forwards. Before Corin.
Pokes in the head with the shocking grasp, jumps down.
You jump down and touch him as he raises his axe towards you, swinging it ever so slowly. Your palm is already charged with a spell, and the moment it makes contact with the metal weapon, he is blasted. About 40 feet back by the charge, arcing through the air like some sort of spinning wheel. Sparks flying off in all directions and landing in the dirt, fried and reminiscent of a burnt sausage at a barbecue.
Oh no. Is he okay?
Definitely dead.
Leighton, I want that.
You still have the axe in your hand.
I drop it. I want that spell now, Leighton. That sounded so cool.
What, the one that fires him away?
Yeah, like a shocking grasp, like level 6 something, like 40 feet blast.
Shocking grasp plus Expelliarmus.
Well, basically yes. Oh, that would. Ooh.
Ooh,
Yes.
Write that down. Write that
Yeah.
down. You've just helped me with my you know, the class feats thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? When you cast a touch spell that consumes a spell slot, you can push someone at least 10 feet back.
Well, that would be. Well, yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
So, did we halt?
I continue after that.
After that, he's just in the dirt, dead. There's a small amount of smoke coming off of his body, and his body is pretty much torn apart.
Oh, that one is exciting.
The other random encounter you rolled, since you did actually get random encounters with both rolls,
Oh.
was for ravens. Ravens from the Order of the Feather. But you're
Who's
already
helping us?
traveling with them. They're helping. So, nice random encounter, guys.
they start cawing at us.
I can't believe you fucking roll one berserker. One. Literally one.
Oh no, not one berserker.
Like you
Whatever.
just dealt with 6 of you boys plus 6 druids, and then this one guy is like, ah!
I'm for revenge.
Written along the side of his axe.
Huh?
Fuck, what's the name you always use?
I use?
Yeah.
Sorry?
No, the name you always use for the... Every single time you come up with a random NPC, use a name.
Oh, it's either Eric or Jeff. Or is it Charles?
Charles, there we go. Written across the side of the axe, Charles.
I'd like to try and body search to see if it's got any like spare like liquid containers, like vials or something. Just anything to hold some bit of liquid in it.
Sure. He has a drinking horn with a few bits of dirt in it. He has a necklace made of wolf's teeth.
Well, if you
And
take
a
the...
headband made from what looks like tree fibers that have been woven together.
Okay, I'll let's take that little drink container, and takes that pierced by Vapier in. Actually, no, it's already cut apart. I just take some of his blood and put it into the drink thing.
Otherwise,
Can you not
bladders and
protest?
stomachs are quite good containers for liquid.
Okay, I'm going to pretend that he didn't just say that. Yonorin can definitely protest.
Gosh, that's some mighty messed up things you're doing. I think you should leave that body alone.
No, it's fine.
It's not sanitary.
I want to try something. Okay. Later though.
I really must protest. I really think you should not be touching that up.
Oh, calm down, Yenamin. It'll be simple. You'll see later on.
I'll never understand you fetish lot.
I think you're getting cultists and fetishists confused.
They're one of the shame.
What the fuck?
We summon the latex.
We summon you, Latex.
I feel like that would be the name of the company I found.
What?
Leighton Latex.
Oh. Layton's Latex.
Latex
Amazing.
spelled LAYTECS for Leighton's Technologies.
I'd have to befriend you.
No. I would have to work for you. That's amazing.
Mate, there's a program that Binary was teaching me. You know, I make those PDFs.
Yeah.
Pdfs.
Okay. Those PDFs are made in a program called Latesh, but it's spelt the same as the word latex.
Yeah, it's French.
So the website name is literally Share Latex.
Yeah. And I recommend you not search for fat latex font. I did that. Scars. Scars.
I won't ask you
Anyhow.
just in case you send me some of it. Please don't.
Although the website Share Latex is actually very well laid out.
Yeah, it is. Though it's updated now to Overleaf. Never mind. D&D.
Turn over a new leaf with Share Latex. You arrive, just moving you all to the map so that you know where you are going. Woo. I'll tell you what.
Oh yeah.
I will actually name places so that you know what is going on. So there. Oh god, I got to start a new line. There is the Wizard of Wines.
Oh, stop whining.
Just so you guys can see it, you're down here.
Mhm.
Shut the fuck up.
No, no. The pain.
And you guys travel along the road.
There's a big part of the road that's black right now. Oh yeah, that's why.
There is.
Okay, yeah, never mind. It's because we have a radius C. I was just curious, and the castle is glowing.
Yes, the castle is glowing, so you can see it from any distance, and your ever present fate is always visible, so that you know where it's all going to go wrong, and you'll end up dead.
No, I will rule the castle. I will turn into the new master of this land.
All right,
What are you?
Callista.
Oh.
Pretty sure that, like, to be fair, I'm pretty sure that's not the objective. But if it is, I got you pinned. I can see through your evil plots.
I'm not evil.
No, but Callista might
yeah.
be. I'm not sure yet. I'm enjoying the character either way.
To
And I'll tell you what,
Valaki
Michael.
and beyond.
Michael,
Yeah.
I appreciate Callista a lot more than I appreciated that evil character that Binary made.
Thank you.
Well, he wasn't long around enough to.
Step
What
1, join a campaign. Step 2, attack another player. Step 3, in the attempt of attacking that player, somehow get killed by a boss.
Well, it's not my fault that Janarin just decided to run away instead of being sacrificed.
It literally was!
I just wanted to sacrifice him.
I wish I could have seen that battle. I'm sad I missed that one.
Ben,
Yes.
you got any words for Binary's old character that tried to kill you?
Fuck that hoe trying to mess with me. She get shit.
Pussy running away.
Hey, I'm just gonna put this out here for all of y'all. Right, my characters don't die. Alright? Due
good.
campaign, 0 fatalities. Any of you fuckers can try and kill Yanorin or Rogar, but you're just gonna end up like Ashcan, was it?
Yeah, Ashkan.
You're gonna drown in pus and sinew and blood, and it won't
Ew.
even be your own. That's the casualty rate that's going on
Ew.
here, players.
Well, you only have played 2 characters and one of them had died.
Ben, if
None
you
of
don't
them
have
died.
inspiration, you have it now. I'll be right back. My family's after me.
You suck my dick.
Yeah, run away! They're gonna catch you!
Oh, I already had inspiration. Damn it.
Fuck you!
I'm looking at you, Callista. Step up the foot.
Cletus gives a little happy face.
Unoran's not
Head,
saying.
head to it to the side.
Can you imagine Unoran turning around going, step up, fuck?
I would try to tie him down and try to I think I am confused and can't remember the correct word, but is it also called exorcise? No, wait, make an exorcism. Is there If you're in middle of an exorcism, what are you doing? Are you doing an exorcism?
You're spitting some bars from the Holy Bible.
Basically.
It's basically
Exorcism.
like Satan.
Well, if Janarin started saying something like that, I would pour a vial of holy water down his throat.
What, if he was doing a rap battle against Satan?
No, if he started speaking weirdly.
Once again, you're welcome man. Okay, that's good to hear.
Well, could you survive 2 fireballs to the face? Take that as a no.
Please to could survive that easily.
2 fireballs. 3, sorry.
Yeah. She's a tiefling, remember?
Oh yeah. Fire resistance.
A tiefling with additional cold and poison resistance.
Well, then
Hasn't been that useful yet,
level
sadly.
level 3 mind spikes?
With a what?
Mind spike.
Don't. That's the answer.
uh,
Well, I can
4d8.
look at my spell list and just
Wait,
plan
4.
out what to do to Corin, but I won't actually tell you.
Well, good luck. I can basically succeed on almost any save.
Oh, really? Such as? Or like,
Well, if you make
wisdom save? Yeah, you probably could.
yeah,
Yeah. Efficiency bonus.
even if you try to banish me and I fail by 4 or less, I could save.
Huh. Oh, well, I don't have banishment, but sure. What else do I have? I added some new really good ones. Some of which are not even bard spells.
Summon demon.
I think most of these are wisdom save spells. Except for
Oh.
Shatter.
I am proficient in
Yeah.
wisdom saves.
Yeah, you do. Fortunately, though, you're human, not an elf. So you don't have that.
Fortunately, I'm not a Bahaken, I think they're called.
A what?
Give me a second, I'm gonna look up what they're called again. Unfortunately, I'm not Vedalken.
I don't know what they are.
Look in the newest UA.
Vidalkin.
Yeah, they're blue fucks. They have advantage on wisdom, intelligence, and charisma saves.
You
Well, that sounds familiar.
don't got shit. How do you spell Vidalkin?
Like it sounds.
VAL.
I have
D
returned.
A K B B B B B.
VALDAKB.
N. No, I was fucking with you with the B. Like that.
Oh, I found them.
What are you looking for?
we were just talking about characters and races. And I tried to fuck with Ben when how to spell Vidalken.
Worst race ever.
No, they're pretty nice.
They are just chill little. They just look like Tau.
Who the fuck is Tal?
Type in TAU Warhammer 40k.
T A. Kind of. But without the armor.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are about to arrive at Vallaki.
Yay.
The session won't go on for too long after that.
Right.
I don't think it's worth having a break, but if anybody needs to do anything, say so now.
Not in particular.
By not too long, I mean about an hour and a half.
I'm sorry.
No, tell you what.
What?
Tell you what. Just for ease, we're gonna have a break.
When do we
Break
come
is
back?
now. If you need to do anything, do it now.
All right.
We'll
Until
pick
when?
up. We'll pick up at 8. 8,
Right.
10. We'll pick up at 10.
Yep.
Oh,
Good,
because I need a break.
We're taking a break because there's stuff that I need to prep. We're taking a break
So we do we go see the burgomaster and then
Yes.
Okay, so we've got a party of
I'm
3
sorry,
headed to the
Eric.
Burgomaster.
It
We've got a
wasn't
party
on
headed to the shop.
purpose. Don't kill me.
yeah,
Okay.
and then yeah,
Who's
but
taking Hogan where?
Hogan's coming with us because we need the muscle to look threatening.
Oh fuck! I just realized something. Oh wait, he's not here.
Right.
Oh
Now,
god.
while you leave, I am going to go about setting up an investigation of sorts with Third Oak's help here. Hi.
oh yeah, why you did?
What we're going to be looking for is the graveyard of dragons that was mentioned
Whereabouts?
in the cards that you were talking about
Oh, yes.
last session. Last session.
I just realized that the Burgermeister really doesn't like Gennerin and Hogan.
What?
Yeah. He's kind of pissed off at them.
Because they're orcs, and Corin said specifically he'd maintain them. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We'll deal with it.
Well, nobody's given you nor the heads up.
No, I told both Hogan and Gennerin this.
Yeah, you are fully aware.
Yonoran forgets these things.
It's fine. It's fine. It's enjoyable. It's good for the campaign. What I'm going to be looking for is the Order of the Silver Dragon, where it died. The place known as Argin Vostholt.
Mm.
If I find it, I will find you and I will let you know. My voice cracked there. Thank you, everyone, for not actually pointing it out.
Could you say that word, the name again?
You said that last session, Corin.
No, could you say the word again?
Corin.
I'm not there.
Corin, you said that last session, Corin. Argin Vostholt.
Ah, Gesundheit.
That's literally what you said last session.
That word.
You've said it 2 sessions running now, Gustav.
I'm gonna say it every time you say the word.
Wait, what are you meant to be saying?
It's in the chat. You read it out.
Subterfuge.
Below that.
Oh, what is that name? Argin Vos.
Bless you.
Argin Vosthotel.
The T and the L around the other way, Ben.
Fault. Fault. Argin Vostholt. Am I
I
saying that
prefer to have the T and the H separate, so it's Argin Vostholt.
Yeah.
Fault. No, I like fault. It sounds like thought.
Argin
Oh, that's how
Vostholt.
it's
Prepare to die.
What?
We are the Order of Argin Vostholt.
We thought you down.
Well, that is what Demos says to you, and he says, "The moment you leave, I will make my preparations. I will find this place, and when we next speak, hopefully, I will be able to lead you to it."
Yeah.
Okay.
Best of luck to all of you.
You too.
Why, thank you.
And with that, you leave the Blue Water Inn and head toward the Burgomaster's mansion. These guys seem genuinely nice, says Hogan.
What happened to his voice?
I can't
Yeah.
do Hogan's voice. You're gonna need to understand this.
Hogan Ardash.
Hogan Ardash. Those guys seem genuinely nice.
There you go.
Don't you think? Rather than just standing there in silence.
What's
Yeah,
your
the-
problem now?
No, they're nice. I'm saying they're nice.
Yeah, the
You're very untamed.
It's very rare that we find people that are nice. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Oh
since
god, he
we-
sounds like an old man now.
they seem like the only genuinely helpful people.
Exactly. I'm beginning to turn into a grizzled David Attenborough.
Well, that's basically what it is.
These gentlemen, far beyond the capacity of any others, have
No, more
assisted us
stupid.
thus far.
More stupid.
These guys have helped. Eh?
I think we should not hurt anybody unnecessarily. I do want to try and push the Burgomaster to get a result that we think is worthwhile.
I very much agree. From now on, this is the voice of Hogan. Right.
Armitage.
Right.
If you hear this, this is Hogan. That's just
Why
gonna
does
be
he
his
sound
voice.
like a British gangster?
Because I can't do his voice, so he's British gangster now. It's just so you can understand who I'm acting.
Yeah.
Hi guys, my name's Hogan. Have you got the goods down by that little smuggling area down by the River Thames?
There's a lot of things that I'm trying to transport, and if you're the one causing me problems, I'm gonna cause you problems yourself.
Daddy?
That was so unexpected.
Father.
Okay, you arrive outside of the Burgomaster's mansion, and as always, there are two guards outside, both of them armed with long swords at their hips. Upon seeing you, they recognize you. However, the only one of you that they the only two of you that they have not had bad experiences with are Mid and Callista.
They haven't had a bad experience with me.
Remember when you started that fight in the middle of town and nearly killed the Burgomaster?
No, you.
In the distance. No, you.
Headset off to put stuff in my bin, and so I can still hear you talking really quietly.
Do you know what? Do you know what? I'm
What?
making a highlight reel of that.
What? No, you.
Yeah, I swear to God, I'm just going to subtitle the bits before that, and then when you say no you, it'll be a really tiny text.
I thought you meant like a montage of times Ben used no you as a legitimate comeback in D&D.
Fucking hell.
Welcome to my D&D video on the 30 uses for no you in mid-combat. First
When you're-
use,
when you're-
countering spells.
No, you.
When your DM says you started a fight, but they control NPCs, so they're just as much to blame.
When you say I attack the man and the DM says no you, if you say it in character, that overwrites his. And so you can no you, his no you.
No, you.
Number 4, no you foot lettuce.
Oh my god.
No, you.
Okay, so when the guards see you at the gate, the first people that they try and approach are Mid and Callista. You can see that you've got their attention. However, if someone else wants to talk first, you may.
Salutations!
Oh, fuck.
We wish
Uh,
audience with the Burgomaster.
can you repeat that? Sorry, that did lag.
We wish to seek an audience with the Burgomaster.
Callista.
Alright.
Sorry,
This is like-
Callista.
Just glances round a bit, eyes like slightly closed, looks to the guards and says, "Do apologise for this minor intrusion, but some friends of mine here, they they've important business with the Burgomaster, quite short notice, and I haven't had very good experiences with him in previous times, but things are getting dire and desperate, and they wish to clear their names if possible, wherever possible. They wish to
Kalista.
cause you no harm."
Your passive insight is particularly high.
Is it like 15 or something? Or...
Yeah, that is particularly high. It's rare that people get their passive insight over 16 ever. It's rare that it's over 13.
it's 14. Oh. Yeah,
It's
insight
rare that it's
wasn't
over
plus 4.
13. So the idea that it's 14, 15, I'm going to just consider that a high passive.
Oh, thank you.
Straight away, you notice that the guards are tired and twitchy
Mm-hmm.
after the vampire attack and after what Erwin at the Blue Water Tavern warned you of. It comes across like these guards are constantly worried,
Worried, like
twitchy, scared.
okay.
However, one of them says, "Yes, we will see you inside. You've been here before. Give me just a moment. I will talk to the burgomaster. Please
Already
wait
had
here."
fish burgers.
That was. The burgomaster is not to do with burgers.
I
Whatever
seriously
you
just
say.
I just said it's Burger Monster. I'm sorry.
No, you.
He's gonna remove your inspiration if you keep that up.
You'll need
It's
to
right.
spend one just to like maintain composure. I will be returning shortly. Gordon, keep watch. Don't let them in until I'm.
Ramsey?
I'll be right back.
Oh, you
He
it's
turns.
Gordon.
This guy
nice.
is. It's very strange behavior because these guys aren't young. These guys are
Mhm.
in their 35s, 45s. They're relatively grizzled. They are the harder of the guards.
Is it can Mid infer that it has something to do with Isaac disappearance, maybe?
Yeah, you'd absolutely relate that. It's put in very, very simple terms.
Mm-hmm.
The guards seem weak and easy to overpower. It wouldn't be surprising if someone were to already have taken advantage of this.
Oh, if only Ashcan was alive.
He steps inside, and in less than 5 minutes, he comes back to the door, and as he steps down to the front of the porch and takes his place at the side of the pillars, behind him stood the burgomaster. He greets you all. Hello, you are back. It is good
hello
that you are
again.
back. You should come inside. You're beginning to talk. Don't talk while I'm talking. That's not okay. But you should come inside. It's good to see you again. Hello.
Can Yonoran just smile really intensely?
That's not that's not normal. That's scary. You should stop that. Stop it.
I'm trying, okay?
I appreciate your effort. You're putting in so much effort. You're such a good man. He actually takes your hand and shakes it. You don't really get the
Yonoran
chance to stop him.
Yonoran just kind of genuinely smiles rather than a forced smile. He's like, oh, this is nice.
See, so much happiness. You should be the goal of all the people in the town.
Yonoran kind of maintains the smile that he currently has, knowing it's working, and he looks at the others like, hey, like, I was like, you should smile at me.
The bad thing is I know exactly what smile you're doing, so you do it to me a lot.
Okay, could we have a photo?
I'll get you a photo of it when I see a golden moment happen to Ben during having a camera out.
Hey.
Hey.
Sometimes, after he's lifted away to the gym, he just turns to me and goes, ah! And that's just it, that's the look.
Oh.
Oh, guys, I wish I could explain to you his gym habits. Every now and then he just tenses up every muscle, goes, oh!
Why, Ben?
It's the,
is the smile.
It's the just do it. Just do it.
Oh god. Wait, you
Not gonna
actually
lie, I fully approve. I fully approve.
I know you do.
Oh god.
Anyhow, you step inside. The environment is the same as you've already experienced. The wallpaper, the same as before. The paintings on the wall, the decorations littering the walls, sitting atop bookshelves, units, and he leads you through to the kitchen. The kitchen is still on the ground floor, and you know the building has 2 floors and then the attic. The attic is where it was explained that the son of the family is. You don't know his name, you don't know who he is, and you're currently with the Burgomaster.
Didn't he have a skull?
Those burgers.
He had a skull first time we saw him, right?
I'm sorry, be right back.
Sorry, say again?
He had a skull when we first saw him, right? The kid. The boyo. Was that a bone? I think it was a skull.
I'm sorry, someone just put out an at everyone on a server that I'm joined. Can you please repeat yourself?
Alright. The kid. The Burgermeister's
The-
son.
Yes?
He had a skull first time we saw him, right? A skull. A skull. A cranium.
You saw that peeking around the back of his calf while he was standing at the stairs and facing you, a skull peeked out from behind him, at which point he moved his foot and tucked it away.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I just
However,
imagine-
you're not currently there.
I know.
Bear that in mind. And keep yourself calm and let them play this out. The three of you, plus Hogan, who is just grinning like an idiot, almost like a character that's AFK, are sitting around this table, standing around this table.
Okay.
Please seat yourselves. Make yourselves comfortable. It's so nice to have guests, isn't it, dear? Where's my wife? I will be right back. I'll bring you my wife so that we can say hello to you.
Please.
When he walks out the room, can Yonoran drop his smile when he's not in the room? Looks at everyone and goes, "Remember, guys, he's a dangerous and bad man." And then pops back at the smile and sits up straight again.
Kalista.
Oh.
Kalista.
Yeah.
There's also a butler in the room. He's standing at the side. Yenaren, I presume you're very discreet about this. You would keep it quieter than the butler could hear or see. You've got your back to him.
Yeah.
There's no way he saw or heard it. However, Kalista, the moment that the Burgomaster leaves, you notice the butler also drops his smile.
Wait, what's the thing? I forgot. Why are we here? I forgot the name.
The reason you arrived was to see the son of the Burgomaster.
Yeah, but what?
To find the sword that was in the card.
Ah,
reading.
it was a sword. I knew we had it.
In the card
It's a
reading,
sword. I'm sorry, it just my mind blank.
in the card reading, you drew a card that was the Nine of Swords. The card read, "There is a large town where all is not well. There you shall find a house filled with corruption, and within a dark room full of still ghosts."
Okay. Okay. Okay.
They told you in the attic of the Burgomaster's mansion, they being the Order of the Raven, there was the hilt of a sword, and that sword was the sword that you've been looking for.
Okay.
Everybody clear?
Yeah. I knew about it was a sword. Okay.
Okay. After a few moments pass, and Yonoran composes himself, maintains his grin, and stares waitingly at the door. Through steps the Burgomaster, and behind him, his taller, more dead-eyed wife.
Oh boy.
More dead.
Is she actually dead?
No, she's smiling, but she looks entirely brain dead.
Has she been lobotomized?
I forgot what that means.
She stands there, eyes absent, somewhat disappointed, but smiling. It's like so much expression is coming through the smile that isn't happy. That
Is
it
she like
is.
a poorly written, depressed anime girl?
You know what? Yes. Smiles. No, it's fine. Dramatically sits back in chair.
Main character for Angels of Death.
Anyhow, she enters, and as does he.
Here, the guests I was talking of. Are you not happy to see them?
Oh, yes, ever so happy, my dear. Welcome to our home.
Thanks for receiving us.
It is no problem at all. Would you care for snack?
Oh, we wouldn't want to be a bother to the lord and lady of this fine place.
It is no bother at all. Please allow me to leave the room. I will make you some sandwiches.
What?
May I assist?
May I ask?
I need no assistance at all to make sandwiches. Please, you are fine where you are. With
Yuna
that,
just sits there
Okay.
smiling.
with that, she turns and leaves the room and navigates the corridor.
So why is it that you're here?
Well, um, we we'd like to meet with your son. Um,
My son is of no importance. He's upstairs. He's doing his own thing.
Yes.
You've met the other two members of the family. You're fine with us. What is it that you came here for?
Well, we apologise to say it, but we're in one of those dire situations again, which, well, early stages could easily be prevented. We just need to ask a few things. That's all.
Then by all means, with questions you may go ahead, though I have been in a little bit of a pickle recently, so I might need to ask things in return.
Hmm,
We've already
fair enough.
provided you a great service with exterminate hostile swarm of vampires in your city.
That you most certainly have, but it doesn't bring the guards back to life. What are your questions?
If you can help us, what if we could get your captain back?
That would be brilliant! If you could do that, then we'd have no problems whatsoever.
We,
You know, I like you a lot with your smile.
Look at you, clever man, bringing back the captain and smiling the whole time.
thank you.
Oh, the
We should
happiness
make you
here.
blush.
What a nice place this is.
Some of
Uh,
us would like to have a word with your son.
yeah, because you know his own thing. That's exactly why we would like to meet with him.
Is it because he doesn't smile?
No, no, not at all. Though we could try and fix that for you as well. Ha 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 ha.
Please do. That boy won't smile no matter how hard I try and make him, no matter how many beatings he doesn't learn to smile.
Kalista just takes out her. Why he's saying that? Kalista takes out her violin and says, "I'm sure that this instrument could very much cheer him up. Don't worry."
Oh, you know, he plays the violin himself.
Oh
It's about
yes,
the most
very
joyous
good.
thing he does, though it does bring a tear to my eye, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah, I get you. Yeah.
Would we be able to go upstairs and privately entertain and converse with the young master?
It is a bit of a difficult climb. But yes, I will take you there nonetheless. You've been ever so nice. But do we have a deal on bringing back Ezek, or at least attempting to, if you can find him? Please.
If things work out with your son well, finding Jack will be a lot easier.
And if things don't go well? Hmm?
We still have a solid lead to locate him.
And you will still try? Hmm? For me?
Yonoran offers out his hand for a shake while smiling.
This is wonderful. Okay, yes, absolutely.
He shakes your hand very vigorously. There's a slight hint of panic in his eyes.
Is he two-handing the orc's hand?
Oh, he is.
And
Well then, by all means, follow me, the three of you. Just come with me. This is the best of ways.
Very well.
did
Very
did
well.
did the other guards were the other guards affected by Isaac's disappearance?
Oh, most certainly. Now, I will explain this to you in the most simple of plain terms.
Mhm.
Some people don't like smiling.
That's ridiculous. That's ludicrous. How could someone not like to smile?
I
Some
don't know.
say
It's
laughter is
illogical.
the best medicine.
The more unhappiness you absorb, the more dominion you give Strahd over yourself. That's what I say. Do you agree? Of course you
Laughter
agree.
is the
You don't
best
even need to answer. Of course you agree. It's normal to agree because that's the way it is. Okay?
Yeah, we just nod.
And
least they're
there are
happily
some
nods.
that believe I am cruel in denying Strahd his power. They are heretics.
Just keep nodding.
At every opportunity they get, they kill my guards because Izek has got. Here we are. He's led you upstairs, down a corridor, to a room, and there is a bed in the room, a single bed, and on the ceiling there is a hatch. He reaches up and grabs the little dongle dangling from it and pulls, and down from the hatch extends a wooden ladder that seems to be on metal sliders. Up here is my son's room. He doesn't come down often. He takes up maybe 3 meals at once a day and then stays there for a day or so.
Hmm.
Good luck dealing with him, but we have a deal.
Yes, of course, of course, of
course.
course.
I presume you proceed upwards?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay then. Just before we continue with that, we're going to cut over to Corin. Corin,
Hello.
you were turned away from the city gates,
Yes.
unable to leave,
Yeah.
but you wanted to turn about and then go and approach the vendor of various goods.
Yep.
Upon arrival, all the lights are off,
Oh fuck.
but Corin being Corin, he knocks more than once. Especially with the whole trying to leave the town and being denied it thing.
what was she called again? Like, the woman in the shop. I think I got her name, but I can't remember it right now.
Katrine.
Katrine. Katrine. Katrine.
That reference hurt.
Oh,
Good. Good.
Oh, I fucking hate that show.
If I
I
could
want.
kick you from your own server, man.
Oh, can we take inspiration away from people?
I'm sorry, what?
You've both hit each other with that joke now. And Arga, that was a reference to the show
Big Bang Theory.
The Big
Where a
Bang
character
Theory.
Oh,
massively
oh.
on the spectrum goes
Yeah, I get it
Penny?
now. Oh,
Penny
oh yeah, yeah, I get
until
it.
she opens the door.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh.
Or if she opens the door early, he does it the full time, 3 times.
There's a wait. And you knock again, and there's a wait. You decide to come back the next day, and just as you're turning away, you hear a clack, and then a grind, and then another clack, and then a twist, and then a crunch, and then the door handle turns, and then there's another clack, and then it turns the other way, there's another clack, and then it opens.
Big smile.
Standing the other side of it, there is a lady wearing baggy top and bottoms, bleary-eyed, hair bedraggled, sagging off to one side, scratching her hip. Again, really?
You close early.
Of course I fucking close early. People are dying every day.
Hold up a finger for a couple seconds. Fair point. Can I buy some stuff?
If you want it now, I want extra. You're paying me a gold to come in.
I flip her a coin.
She catches it without even needing to roll for it, which says a lot about her stats. Okay, let's just
Yeah.
Okay, that was a lot less argument than it was supposed to be. She whacks her foot on something as she's walking. Oh, oh. She gets behind the counter. What is it you're needing?
You know that herbs and charcoal? And some
You don't
incense?
need the bowl this time.
I need the bowl this time.
You need the bowl. Of course you need. Can you get it? It's up there.
I
She
reach for
points,
it.
to the top of a shelf. It's at the top of a step ladder.
Yeah. I reach for it.
I'm gonna need a dex check.
Okay.
Anything
re-
higher than 3.
Well, I can't get lower than 3.
Well, then that one will do you.
14.
14's fine.
Oh, you're doing fail on checks as well?
Oh, you said you can't get lower than 3, which means you could roll a 3. You can't get lower than 4.
Oh yeah, true.
So you were fine.
Yeah.
After thinking about it, I actually want to change my checks up to like the Pathfinder system. But I will explain that at the end of the session rather than now.
Alright.
So you climb up, you get the bowl. In the meantime, she's pulling some stuff out from under her counter.
Oh, daddy.
Eventually, she places it all on the counter in front of her and says to you, "You know what? For the extra gold, for what this is, you can borrow the bowl for free. You just take the bowl, bring it back, okay? It's staying here. You can borrow it for free.
How
as
much for
as
the
you
bowl?
want. You want to keep the bowl?
I'm probably gonna do
She
this
sounds
again.
so bothered.
Bear
She's
in mind,
bothered.
it is bigger. It is big and cumbersome compared to the average brazier.
Can I use it as shell?
Please stop hurting this woman by me.
Okay, yeah. I just borrow it then. Never mind,
You can
it's
use
too
it
big.
whenever you want. I won't put it up on the shelf. Just, can we sort this? I want to go
Yes.
to bed. However much it would normally cost you for the items that you need
Yeah.
is how much it costs.
Right.
Surely with this extra income she's getting off of Gustav, won't she be able to bring in better supplies into the shop?
Yeah, but she won't be able to get more sleep.
What? It's only like 6 p.m.
No, it's you arrived at the town between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. and then after the conversation it definitely was 9 p.m.
Why would she go to bed before 10 p.m.?
Her explanation was, I need to be up early and in bed early because people are constantly dying the whole time they're awake.
Okay.
With the bearing in mind the attack from the vampires, and now the Burgomaster has said guards keep getting attacked.
Yeah.
Lots going on in the town. You guys haven't been here to experience the events that have occurred, but just keep it in mind.
No, I'm going to remain selfish.
Damn it, Ben!
Well,
Have
thank
you
you.
subtracted the money?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
I scuttle away.
A scuttle? What the what? Just had an image of you grabbing so many extra legs. Okay, and oh, I've got to redo the locks. You step outside the building and she goes, "Have a pleasant night." Closes the door.
Oh fuck, I forgot to buy garlic. I'm gonna hurry towards the Bergmeister's house.
Okay. That entire thing took the total of about 5-10 minutes
Yeah.
tops. But those guys are just about reaching the attic now.
Yep.
Give me a moment. I believe you are entering areas that have descriptions.
Descriptions.
Describe them to me, DM.
My creative licenses are being whisked away. Here we play with the descriptions that presented to us by the book.
Oh.
You climb up into the attic of the building. Inside, it's dusty. It's dark. And the ceiling is particularly low at the sides of the room, but particularly high at the center, reaching an entire 20 feet above your head. Or above the ground, at least, so approximately 15 feet above your head. There are wooden rafters above you, each of them shrouded in cobwebs.
Oh no.
About you, there are old and forgotten items, the majority wrapped in white sheets, furniture, mirrors, all of them piled around near barrels, crates, trunks, old furnishings. And at the far end of the room, you can see a single door, torchlight coming out from beneath it.
Okay.
What do you do?
What's
Yeah,
coming
we
towards
try-
us?
There's nothing coming towards you.
No,
Oh.
but we
At the
tried.
far end of the room, that is littered with chests,
Mhm.
barrels, mirrors, furniture, all of which are covered with cloths. At the far end of the room, there is a closed door, and under the door, you can see torchlight flickering
Yeah.
as though it were a lit candle.
Can I approach the door and knock on it?
Wait, do we remember the name of the kid? Shit, of the son. Shit.
Sorry, can you repeat yourself, Mid?
Uh, do we do we remember the name of what's the name of the son? I don't
You
think we
never
remember.
asked for it, and I did tell you you do not have it.
Oh shit! I was just assuming. Oh no, whatever. Yeah, it's
Yennerin,
Mm-hmm.
you walk the extent of the room and knock. A resounding. You can hear movement the other side of the door. And after a brief scuffle, you hear a voice. Who is it?
It is Yonorin that the Baron footed. I have matters to discuss with the master.
I don't know you. I've no business with you. Fuck off.
Yonorin kind of looks at the rest of the section, grimaces, and then starts to push the door open.
Oh, goodness me. You've made a bad decision there. So you immediately take.
Wait, what happened?
he opened the door.
Oh.
You immediately take 25 lightning damage.
Oh.
At least
And,
I grew this.
You remember that wizard
Take-
fight between Harry and Malfoy in Harry Potter?
Kind of, yeah.
You know how they both get blasted down the length of the corridor?
Did you
Yeah.
say
Or room or
25?
platform? 25, yes.
Why is it
No save?
no save?
No save whatsoever.
Damn.
What the fuck? Is it the door handle?
It was because you opened the door and there was magic cast on the door.
Ah.
9. Oh.
Is the Burgomaster nearby?
How
Nope,
do I
he's downstairs.
do this?
Okay.
1, 2, 3,
What's up, Ben?
4, 5. Huh?
What's up?
I only got 18 health.
So,
Huh.
you know that wizard fight. You know how they keep blasting each other down the length of the platform, spiraling through the air.
Yeah, like dueling.
That's essentially what happens to Yennerin, blasted down the entire length of the attic.
Do
Can
I-
they still...
Wait, can everyone roll a luck check to see if I hit anyone?
They don't need to because you go so fucking high.
Oh no! Do I hit the ceiling a bit? Like
You
bounce
fly
off of it.
upwards, you hit the ceiling, you spiral, and you hit the floor.
I just imagine.
Burgomaster on the floor beneath sees a little dust trickle down, looks up and says, "Oh, they must be making friends."
I just imagine him hitting his ceiling beam and like in the back of his head and smacking his front flips.
At least I would like to just like go not downstairs, like down enough to be visible, see the Burgomaster again, and just while smiling say, "By the way, you mentioned nothing about lightning. Why is my friend
Oh.
injured?
Oh, one thing that you should be very wary of, don't intrude on Victor. Let him open the door. If you tried to open the door without his permission, you're going to have a bad time. I'm very sorry for forgetting to mention.
Oh, it was quite. Boss Mighty says, "Oh, that was quite bad of you to mention.
Can Yanorin say
My
something?
method of making him smile is not going to work now. I'm sorry."
Can Yanorin say something
Alright.
really super devastating to the Burgomaster?
You can shout it from a distance.
She goes, that hurt so bad, it almost makes me not want to smile.
The Burgomaster's eyes widen and his mouth slowly declines from a smile to neutral.
He goes, don't you stop smiling either.
The Burgomaster will remember this.
Still smile at times like this, so can you?
What is this, a telltale game?
It doesn't take long before you regain your footing.
Okay.
Hogan says audibly, "What the fuck?"
Okay.
And Mid, as you peek through the door that is now ajar, there are cats in the room.
What?
Aww.
Are there
There
a
are
lot of-
skeletal cats
Oh.
in the
Oh,
room.
Oh, that's not as cute.
Walking about?
Yeah, are they moving? No. Yes. No. Moving?
Someone with a high perception, so probably Callista.
Yeah.
Now that there's nobody standing before the door, nobody leading the way other than you, you can see hanging from the door there is a sign that says "All is not well."
Ooh, edgy.
Peter silently points out a message spell.
Everybody becomes aware of this very quickly.
Aware of what?
Aware of the sign hanging from the door that reads in all capitals, "All is not well."
All is not. Okay.
Around the room that is before you, someone has taken old, mismatched furniture and created a study that is dusty and lamplit. Tables are strewn with pieces of parchment on which strange diagrams are drawn, and a freestanding bookshelf holds a collection of bones. In case you hadn't noticed, this is me reading from the book.
Yep.
A dusty rug covers the floor in front of a pine box. Upon the pine box lounges a skeletal cat. And about the room, several more skeletal cats skulk.
Whoa.
Most unnerving of all that you see is the sight of 3 small children. They stand with their backs to you in the northeast corner of the room.
I'm sorry, like, are they skeletal? No, these are children. I'm sorry, man. Oh no, not ghosts again.
In the room, there is one boy who is significantly taller than the children being approximately 2.5 to 3.5 feet tall. He is about 5.5 feet tall. He seems to be approximately 16 years old. He is slender. He is wearing a black jacket and black trousers with a white shirt beneath. He is very modernly dressed by our real life standards compared to those of the people in the town. In his hand, he has a book. He is holding it very tightly to his person. He has a hairless face and short, black, bedraggled hair. He's staring at you.
Um, uh, we are looking for the son of the burgomaster.
Well, you found him. Do you have a
Hello?
reason for opening my door without me letting you in, or do you just walk into anybody's house?
I
Uh,
try to be polite, and you tell me to fuck off.
We're
I
trying
did
to
tell you
make-
to fuck off, so you decided to intrude.
Alright,
We're
and
trying
I'll
to make
take that
everyone's lives
lightning bolt
better
again
here.
with that decision.
we are
Sorry,
sorry.
two of you
about-
just spoke. Michael, could you repeat yourself?
We're trying to make everybody's lives better here. So I don't see why you're trying to be so aggressive towards us.
Okay. Ben, I heard what you said. Mid?
We are sorry about that. we are just looking for some help about magic things.
He
And
furrows his brow at uh, Yennerin. He furrows his brow at Callista. The moment that Mid, I'm
Mead.
saying that like Michael does. The moment that Mid suggests that you are looking for a lesson almost, he doesn't furrow his brow quite as much, and you can tell he's had his interests piqued but is trying to guard it. Callista, that occurs to you more than anybody else, obviously.
Okay.
He says, well, I might be able to help you, but regardless, you've tried to intrude on my room.
yeah, we're sorry about that. Genuinely, uh, sorry.
Dinoran
Uh,
just kind of looks at him and goes, "What's there to hide?"
what? What?
What if I was changing? Well, then there's a lot to hide, isn't there? You want to
Did-
intrude on a boy my age?
Didn't sound like you were changing before you told us to do one.
Yeah, whatever.
What do you think I'm going to
whatever.
say when I'm naked? Oh, yes, come on in. By all means, see me here, nude.
Okay. Can we all calm down?
I think
And
you're lying.
So what? You
what?
think I'm lying? What's that going to get you?
Lying to? Oh my god.
Doesn't need to get me anything. Just need to know I'm not a liar.
The idea that I can already imagine you slightly facing your body away from your PC with your head, chin
Oh, for
held up
fuck's
high and
sake.
your arms crossed was just brilliant.
I totally didn't do that.
Sure. We so believe you.
Yeah. So to get to the point, we're looking for a thing, an object. Um, yeah. I won't say much if you don't want to, to talk. I won't continue, but you might know something because we've heard things about this place. We were told that we could find some help maybe or find this thing here. So
Right, and if I help you, then what's in it for me?
I don't know. What would you? Do you need anything?
Would you know a wizard?
Do we? Do we know a wizard? Well, yeah.
Do you know a fucking wizard? That's a simple enough yes/no question.
Yeah.
You know a wizard? Well,
we
good.
do,
What?
and I turn to the others. We do know a wizard, right?
We do.
Yeah.
Indeed, we
yeah.
do know a
See,
wizard.
see. Yeah, we know a wizard, of course. Well, he's not here, but yeah, we definitely know a wizard.
What? What? Okay. Yeah. You bring me the fucking wizard, and I'll help you then.
Oh.
He's clearly it's very, very obvious that when he said, "Do you know a fucking wizard?" he was being rhetorical and expecting you to say no. And he's extremely surprised that you said yes.
Well, if that's all you need, we can, and you don't mind waiting a bit, we can bring the wizard.
But we
Somewhere
need
in the
something off
distance,
you.
a sound reaches your ears. Dong dong. I kid. The guards downstairs are just now trying to get the burgomaster to announce that Corin has just arrived.
Well, with predidigitation, could I make that sound?
Yeah, it hurts me to say it, but the pound, the pound, the sound actually does reach your ears.
Oh, did we hear that? No.
Before long, Corin is in the building, and Callista, since you are the last one to go to the steps, you come up the steps with him and lead him through the
Oh.
attic.
Well, here's our magic man.
I would wish you didn't call me that.
I'm sorry.
So you're the wizard?
I have that title, yes.
Well, good. You want something from me. You're gonna give me something in return.
Alright. What would you like?
First off, I'd like your friends to fuck off out my room.
What?
I give them a shoe motion. Shoo!
Wait, why? Why can't we just,
You
be
can wait
here?
outside. Don't question me.
I just
You know,
I
just gonna go,
say-
did your voice just break?
My
I-
voice
I
did
say
not
to
just
this
break.
guy, you could always be a bit more polite about it. Well, I cast suggestion while doing so.
Oh god.
Be a bit more polite.
Oof.
Oof, indeed.
Let
But
me just
don't
see if
you
they've
need
got
a
stats for
component?
him.
What?
Don't you need components?
Oh,
No.
he's
Yeah,
got
so
them,
I'm using my
unless right, the way that it
violence.
works, unless a price is specified for a spell component, it counts as you having them
Or
if
you're
you have a
using
component pouch.
Basically,
or if you're using a crystal or something like that, you
for
cast it through
most
that.
smokers in place of material components, bots use musical instruments, clerics, holy symbol.
So it could
Ranger,
just be that
spirit
he's
symbol.
got his hand in his pocket with the snake's tongue and a bit of sweet oil, and he's just rubbing them together until they'd vanish or something. But like, it's out of view. I just treat it as subtle because it's better uses for the spells, you know.
Hmm.
You might need to give me a little bit of time here. Sorry, it's just a little bit awkward to navigate the books.
Okay.
They decided to put the character sheets in like 4 different sections.
Can't you search on him on D&D Beyond?
No, because he isn't listed by name. I just need to read through it.
Okay.
So frustrating. Fuck's sake. Ah, okay, got you. Haha, you little bitch. Found you.
Okay.
What was that save, sorry?
15.
No, what was the stat?
Wisdom.
Oh, wisdom.
Then... He definitely fails.
Hmm.
Oh
Well,
no.
I suppose. Would you please see yourselves out of my personal premise?
Very well, good sir.
You know, and just limps out.
Police walks out the room, smile on her face, still concentrates on the spell.
Thanks.
I
He
almost
approaches the door, closes it, and finishes his S as he lets go of the door.
I almost see a blood vessel pop in his forehead.
As he walks about the room, the cats seem to orient in like an aura about him.
Yeah.
He approaches the rug in the middle of the room, maintaining eye contact with you, and says, I want help making this work. And as he pulls the rug away, there is a large circle of runes with an inner circle and then a pattern across the center. This is clearly a magic circle and a teleportation circle at that.
Hmm. That is some interesting work. Can I inspect it? See how good it is
Absolutely
made. Well made it
may.
is.
Give me a moment. Okay, make me an Arcana check.
25.
Very nice roll. Not only do you know that this is wrong, you know that it'll try to teleport each half of your body to another location.
Do I know how to correct it?
You know how to correct it but you
I-
would need to do different symbols for different locations, and you don't know where it was trying to go.
Right. Where are you trying to go with it?
Well, I'm trying to leave Barovia, obviously. Have you seen this place? It's fucking filthy.
Totally agree. Well, right now it would split you in half.
What do you mean?
Well, I point out the runes and tell him what is wrong right now.
Right, so... Well,
You need a focus where you want to go.
I-
Um.
I was raised here. What the fuck do you want from me?
No, I'm thinking. Give me a second.
Shut up, little boy. I'm thinking.
The unfortunate side effect of this is that the symbols to traverse planes
Yeah.
require you to know what plane you're in and what plane you're going to,
Okay.
and there is no symbol for the plane you're in
Oh.
because it's not a plane of existence, as you know.
Do you know what you should fucking do? Is just put down on the old gobbledygook, get the sword off the kid, and let him blow himself to smithereens. Oh fuck, we should do a campaign where I play a fucking evil wizard. Oh!
I think you can come up with some pretty good plans like that, but an evil bard would be able to do a lot more.
Haha. Oh! Ho 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 ho!
So the
But yes, Cora,
well,
what do
I
you...
explained the part about the planes of existence.
What? No, there has to be a way to get out.
Hmm.
It's weird how you can casually say evil bard, but can't casually say evil beard.
Good point.
How fucking sick would that be? Just fucking lie to everyone and get them to fucking kill themselves.
I think it would be sick in game.
Not in real life, Jesus.
Hmm.
Gonna
Well,
give
you
you
had
10 more seconds, Binary.
you had to be able to figure out where we are first. And unfortunately, the only one that knows that is, well, Strahd. So somehow to either get rid...
I don't want to shout because it's late in the
Yeah.
evening, but he screams, "Fuck!" and slams the nearest desk, causing papers to scatter.
Or we could try to
Could offer him to join.
kill
our party.
him.
Oh, let's just kill the man that controls the land.
Well, we
Good
would
fucking plan, dickhead.
well we would need a powerful weapon to do that.
Then go get another fucking powerful weapon and die like the last adventurers that tried.
Don't you have a sword hilt?
Well, you want to beat him to death with a hilt?
Have you? Do you know this? Do you know any spells? You know the spell identify.
No. The spells that I've... Roll me a persuasion.
All right. It's gonna suck. Oh wait, I have inspiration. Fuck that.
That's perception.
Oh.
Keeping the roll.
Yeah, I'm still gonna use my inspiration. 14.
With your persuasion and the inspiration use, 14's good enough. I was only going for really a 10, but 14's
Yeah.
definitely good enough. The spells I've learned are all self-taught. I only have 2 books.
+7.
And
What if I would give you a spell book for the hilt?
How's it written?
I show him Kriv's old spellbook. It contains chromatic orb, false life, shield, and sleep. Detect magic, find familiar, and identify.
His eyes go wide within like 10 seconds. Deal, done and deal. What was the hilt like? What did it look like? What is it?
It should be a hilt with a broken sword piece sticking out of it. A
Right,
man tried to give it to your father for a reward and was killed for it.
That'll be in his old position. Okay. Those of you outside the room, there's like a few moments of silence, and you can hear footsteps, and then a door opens, and he physically pushes past you.
I follow him.
Runs over to the first chest, flips it open, starts pushing through stuff, and manages to cut himself on a dagger, but doesn't even notice, even though blood's dribbling down his hand. When he gets to the bottom of the box, he says, "No, not here." Goes over to another one and starts pulling out items. As he's pulling out items, your eyes are drawn to an item that he throws to the floor behind him. Out from a cloth falls a golden hilt.
I think we found it.
I think it's that
What?
behind you.
Oh, he reaches down and picks it up. He holds it out. Please.
I hand
Please?
him the spellbook.
Thank you. Thank you. Would you come back?
Yes.
In 2 weeks, come back and I will have my circle ready.
That sounds like a plan.
What
Oh
circle?
wait, Aaron doesn't know. What's the circle for?
The circle's for something that must be kept private. Please do your best to keep to yourself in this matter.
I nod to him.
It's important. When it's working, it will benefit your party. Please keep it to yourself.
Okay.
Leighton, would
well-
I be able to copy down into a spell scroll the ways to learn prestidigitation?
You would be able to copy down the exercises and the method.
Yeah.
Cantrips take a very
Yeah, I
fucking
know.
long
That's why
time to learn.
I know.
But yes, you'd be able to copy down the process, but you actually need tutoring to learn one.
Okay.
Oh,
Then I
no.
want to mention it to him. Right now, at least. And if we find information on... Let's see, do I have that spell? I don't. Where we are, I will tell you.
Okay. I thought I was so close, but obviously not. Fine. Thank you for the book. I
No
hope the
worries.
weapon does what you want.
So does we.
I'm assuming you know why we need this.
I don't know what it is. I don't know why you want it. I got my end of the deal and you got yours. I have a lot to read. Please be about your way. And if you're dealing with my father, just don't talk to me about it.
We do need one thing from you though, lad.
What?
I think the guy's a bit of a git, but please just fucking smile.
As you say he's a git, he smiles. And then when he realizes he's smiling, he furrows his brow, pulls a really strong frown, and says, "I'll smile when he's in a grave."
You'll be
Storms
less-
across the room. Around you, not through you.
Yeah.
Closes the door behind him, and you hear him muttering. After a short time, Corin, you would notice the signs that runes are appearing on the front of the door. He is recasting a spell.
Yep.
Nobody touched the door. Nobody touched the door.
Well, we should be going and tell the Burgomaster that we're finished.
w-
Wait, what were
yeah,
we
but
doing?
No
What were
need
you...
to get going, because that right there
It's the end of the session.
is the end of the session.
Dun, dun, dun.
Layton, do you think I handled that kid well?
Oh, you handled that kid very well. You gave him a very good enthusiasm there.
Wow.
I would have
And
given you inspiration, but that would be like replenishing your inspiration during your use of the inspiration. I don't really want to do that.
And
And-
you
and
ignored
the-
his slide remarks.
Mama!
Yeah, and that use of the books and the spell book,
That was really good use of the spell. No, you know what? Since it came last, I will actually refresh your inspiration for that.
Yeah.
Because the use of the spell book was ingenious, it was good memory, and
Yeah.
it was perfect contextually. Very good
Nice.
use.
I was looking through the spellbook. Do I need any of these spells? Not really, but it would be nice. Let's give it to the kid.
You have found an item that is... This might be the moment of the campaign where I can just take liberties with how many monsters you're fighting.
Oh, damn.
To make fights more interesting, but I already have a lot of plans that I've messaged some people about that help me DM.
Yeah.
I'm working on them. Next session is going to be fucking ace. You guys are gonna wet yourselves. You remember the very first session, and how
Oh.
much I was just told the house comes to life. That was it. That was all I was told, and so I
Oh.
was like,
Fucking walls are peeling with blood everywhere. Oh, look,
Yeah.
skin coming off.
right. That's the creative freedom I'm gonna take with the next bit, because I'm making it scratch, like off of scratch. I'm gonna go for my horror. Screw this Curse of Strahd shit. Like, this is my horror for the next few sessions.
No, no.
You guys will enjoy yourselves.
Only if your Norin doesn't die.
Well, if he does, I have everything covered. Plans are set. Plans are laid. I've already got like loads of people telling me they're good. Well, I say loads. The 2 that I've messaged. So I look forward to next session. Any questions about this session? Anything that wasn't completely explained?
Yeah, all good. Pretty
No.
good session.
His son's a bit of a cunt, but I can see why.
Okay, I'm glad, because I did try to make it more believable than the book wrote. Final thing that I want to cover. The way that Pathfinder deals with roles that are critical successes and critical failures. So the way Pathfinder deals with it, there are 5 levels. There's critical failure, failure, bang on the dot, success, critical success. If you roll a nat 20, you go up a level. If you roll a nat 1, you go down a level.
What do you mean? Go down?
Yeah, level. Like a level.
Let's say you succeed and you roll a nat 1, you fail. Let's say you critically succeed, which means you beat the number you need by 10. But you still rolled a nat 1, you still succeed.
So let's say I have 10 in investigation and the DC is 11. I roll a nat 1, that means I have an 11. What would that mean?
That would mean a failure because you didn't critically succeed. But my idea was to make this a bit simpler, like if you beat it by like 5. So let's say the DC is 10 and you've got plus 15. I know that's a bit of an exaggeration.
Yeah.
And you roll an nat 1, that means you get 16. The DC was 10, you've beaten it by 5. You're fine.
Okay, so okay, yeah.
I think I get it.
So if I
Like,
if I
the
have
general idea is
Yeah.
if you still do good even though you roll a nat 1, you're all good.
Okay.
Doesn't apply to D&D anywhere near as much as it applies to Pathfinder.
So the DC goes up or down if you roll a nat or nat 20, a nat 1 or nat 20.
Basically.
Okay.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if
Then I
you
get
roll
it.
a nat 1, let's say the DC gets a little bit harder. Basically,
that's what you mean by level. Okay, get it. Get it.
But anyway, yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoyed. I hope everybody felt like I was not actually drunk.
I actually like the
I-
kid.
Yeah, no, it was fun. Some edgy kid.
And if you want the spells,
Yeah,
I've
that was
already
nice.
deleted them from my character sheet, so yeah.
Fuck. Well, that looks like he's not going to be using them to help you later.
Yeah, they were identified and things.
Find familiar chromatic orb, detect magic.
Binary.
That's the only one I remember. Yes.
Now that we're at the end of the session, are you
That
staying
is
on PC?
so loud.
Sorry, I forgot to hit my quiet button. Now that we're at the end of the session, are you staying on PC?
No, I'm gonna go to bed.
So you're not playing speedrunners with Hannah and I?
No,
Oh,
sorry.
you're going to play speedrunners?
Yeah.
Oh wait. Oh.
Sorry, no, I need to go
I
to
did-
the beddy thing.
I didn't touch the game since a lot of time, but okay.
Are you going to join us?
Why not?
Oh,
Wait.
hell yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
anyone that wants to... Binary, don't forget to end the stream.
Oh, yes. Ending the stream.